Hello everyone, today we have a Stihl S10 chainsaw. It's one of those nice old vintage classic Stihl saws, one of the more iconic ones that really set Stihl apart. Today we're going to see if we can clean this up and get it running. It's in pretty good condition. There's no loose handlebar or anything like that. There is one small hole here in the plastic where something's hit it and just knocked out a few of these like teeth. Other than that, it's in excellent condition. Just a little dirty, and we're gonna see if we can't take all of the covers off, clean it all up, and throw in some nice oil and gas and see if we can't get this thing going. Yeah, this will be a fun project, I think. Now, the nice thing about Stihl is when they make a product, you only need one tool for the job. In this case, it's going to be a bar wrench with a flat blade. The rest is all just pretty basic hand turns and stuff. So we're going to start with the air filter cover. It's pretty good, in decent enough condition. It just has a bit of dirt on it and stuff. We'll probably throw that in the cleaner a little later on, or we'll just use a rag and clear it out. This is the air filter. It's a little dust covered, but pretty good for the most part. We'll probably just need a quick dust off with the air hose. Everything works good on here. One thing I will say that I love about the old machines is how simple some of the electronical components are. Like this is the on and off switch, and it's just simple metal contact going to the power. Very simple. So with that removed, we can then take our bar wrench here and start to remove this cover as well. This one's only held in with this one screw. And I already went ahead and I bought myself a brand new spark plug. And there is some zip ties keeping the ignition coil on, but I'm not too worried about that. We're not going to fix that right now unless it becomes a problem. If it works, it works. So yeah, it just comes off like that. I'm not too worried about repainting the machine today, if we repaint it at all. That'll probably be a separate video. Today I'm just really interested in just getting it cleaned up and running. Alrighty, so now that we've sat here and taken everything off, we can kind of see how dirty it is, especially around the carburetor and the sidewall here where the oil tank, this is the oil tank and everything meets the engine, how absolutely filthy it is. This should just be some nice quick wipe down with a rag. Something interesting I like about these is they have the old Kraftstoff caps, which is the German word for gas and diesel. Now, while it says Kraftstoff on the cap, it's not ran on gas and diesel. It effectively translates to your classic mixed gas. When I was researching what kind of gas was used for this machine, the ratio, a lot of the results said 50-to-1, but I don't trust that because a lot of these older machines don't run on 50-to-1. They run on a higher or a lower gas ratio, I should say. So realistically, this is probably like a 30-to-1 or 40-to-1. We're going to try 40-to-1, see how it handles that. when I picked it up, the gentleman had just straight gas in the tank, and we were very fortunate that nothing on the inside's damaged. I've gone ahead and already taken a look at everything inside, and all the sidewall and piston are good, and it's not seized or anything like that. So that's very fortunate. There we go. So once we get everything put back together here and cleaned up, we'll put in some 40-to-1 and give it a rip. And yeah, should be very, very nice. What's really nice about these old machines is they're very sturdy, and a lot of people really like them. In fact, this machine, it actually has the original bar on it. It's got, you can't see it on the camera, I've looked, but it has the classic old Stihl logo, the same vintage logo that would have been on the recoil before I took it off. And the bar, I believe, still moves perfectly fine for the most part. It's a little stiff. Might just need a bit of oil and some lubrication, but I'm hoping we can get that figured out. Again, not going to paint it today. It's just going to be cleaning and some basic maintenance. And hopefully we'll get it fired up at the end here, and we can really, maybe put this thing to some work. So something with these to note is I'm pretty confident that this oil tank and the whole cover here, as well as the handlebar, are all one piece, which is pretty standard for the most part. I have an old McCulloch, which is the exact same way. Everything's pretty well one piece. You could actually take the handlebar out through this little flat head piece here. It's got a 10mm bolt on the other side. And you could probably just remove the handlebar from that, but I'm just going to remove the whole thing as one piece. I'm not going to take off, do extra work that I don't need to, and we'll go from there, I think. All right. Okay, so there's probably a little cut there. I got a little confused as to where I was going. This guy is a little flathead. He was tucked away down here at the bottom, and I missed him the first couple times. I was like, why isn't this thing coming apart? But yeah, you remove that, and you remove these two nuts here, and whole thing comes right on out. You can see how bad and dirty this whole blade is. I don't know if you can really see the old Stihl logo like I mentioned earlier. This is upside down. Yeah, you can't really see it, but it's definitely the original bar, albeit a lot of wear and tear. So this whole piece here just slides right out. So one big thing, I got the chain cut here. All one big mess. You can really see I might do with a new chain. These blades are a little on the shorter side than most, but they still seem to have quite an edge to them, so I will probably just clean it up a little bit and then throw it back on when we go to fire this thing up. But for now, out of that side. Look at that. You can really tell it's had its fair share of work. It'll be really good to clean that up. Especially the rest of this saw too. See if we can get a little more lighting, a little more of an angle there. Yeah. She definitely needed a cleanup, that's for sure. So now we just gotta clear up all the parts and everything with a little brake clean and a rag, I think. Some of them will go into ultrasonic cleaner, which is just over there to the left. But for this little part, we're just going to use a rag. I'm not going to get into the carburetor unless we got to. We're just going to give it a whole wipe down and clean. It should look excellent. Alright, so a couple of pieces are going into our carb cleaner. We're going to use the air filter cover here, which is mostly just dirty on the outside. It's actually pretty clean for the most part on the inside, especially where the air cover actually fits. But we're gonna do that one first, and then we're probably gonna do the cover for the spark plug and the engine next after it. Some people are probably worried about the paint maybe coming off. I'm not gonna worry too much about that, as we are just using Dawn dish soap and some warm water, and we're not going to run it for a super long time. We're just going to run it to really just break off all that dirt and stuff, and it should only take a few minutes just for everything to vibrate around and whatnot. Okay, now that we got the air filter clean, all we need to do now is put the cover back on, and then we got to put the recoil back on. Should be good. Weird. All right. Rain again. Be nice. If it rained again. It's raining earlier this afternoon. It looks like it might rain again today, or tonight, rather. Come on, there we go. In you go. In you go. And in we go. I must say, I'm rather happy with myself. I think this thing turned out pretty good after that little clean out. Now we just have to hope it runs good when we go start it up in a minute. Alright. It's already miles better. I think the heat might have messed up the paint a little bit on this part. Some of it's more faded than the rest. But again, we can revisit that later down the line if I decide that I want to repaint it. But for now, I think it's about pretty good. Alright, I had noticed there that I had actually missed a spot when I was putting this on. And I had to re-go through some of these little bristles in between there. So now it's actually properly cleared up and everything, for the most part. Yeah. And apparently, it's actually the soap which is killing the paint. Which is surprising, because it's mechanic grade soap. But, I digress. It still looks nice. Still looks clean. And, again, if we repaint it, it'll be better. Okay, we've gone ahead and we've thrown some gas in it. Now we're going to see if we can get it to go. The switch is set to on. So off we go. move the choke in. Let's try without the choke. There we go. It looks like the oiler is in fact working. Albeit a little slow, but you know, that's just how it is. Seems like it works pretty good. I have to actually try cutting something up with it later. Yeah, that's gonna be it, I think. Good little machine. Seems to run pretty alright. Well, I guess I'll do it for today's video. Let's meet back again sometime.